right? Because if you try to push around this corner here, you're just going to get shot in the side from these people here. And there I took the time. I wanted to wait till the T-30 fired so then I could make this play here. Alright, hey guys, Warm here again. And today I wanted to share a replay in my Bisonte C45, the Tier 8 Premium Italian heavy tank. And we're here on Paris in a Tier 9 game. And maybe I could just talk about a little bit about the Italian heavy tank line, seeing as I'm at Tier 9. And I actually I'm probably not going to get the Tier 10. Just because the statistics of these the heavy Italian auto reloading tanks are just a bit mediocre. I think that the DPM decrease that you get from shooting more in your clip, as it's a auto reloader, each successive shell takes longer to reload as you fire more shells. So the first shell takes the longest, and the second is a little bit shorter, and the last shell is the fastest. Which I think is good because it's more balanced, but I think it's a little bit too underpowered, is what I would describe. I'm pretty sure the win rates are not as high as typically are for new tanks that are unveiled, just because I think it's because of the DPM. And you're gonna see in this replay how I kind of manage that. You definitely, when playing this tank, you want to have as much discipline as possible, and you don't really want to go deep into your magazine. So initially the IS-3-2 is poking out. Unfortunately, I miss a shot there, and then actually get a nice shot into the T-30 while he's trying to cross. And right here we are we're in a sticky situation, as the enemy team is being very, very aggressive here, and our team is rather slow to get into position. And now I'm backing up here because I want to get some distance, as well as try to get on top of this ridge so I can use my gun depression and stay hull down. The armor on this tank is actually pretty decent, especially if you can use gun depression and stay hull down. So right here I'm not attempting to fire or go forward because I want to try to maximize the DPM. And the way you maximize the DPM is shooting one shell at a time while having two shells in the mag. So here I'm just trying to bait the ML to shoot. I can see that hit the top of his turret's actually green since we're shooting down. So really what that ML2 should be doing is, in between his shots, he should be just raising his gun up so the top of his tank is not exposed. And so right here we're still trying to shoot at this ML2, but I can see that our team is not faring too well. We're down by 1000 HP, and there you go, we're able to get a shot into that ML2. And you see here I'm thinking about shooting, but I want to wait till I'm loaded, and I know it's very difficult to pen the T-30, so just trying to make it difficult. Unfortunately, I think that the sandbag there was actually raising the rear of my tank, so it actually reduced the angle of my turret. So now this is a very, very sticky situation. There's 8 of their tanks. I mean 4 of their tanks here, and then the other side, our T10 and T95, are interestingly fighting in the middle. The problem with trying to fight in the middle is that you're in a crossfire, right? Because if you try to push around this corner here, you're just going to get shot in the side from these people here. And there I took the time. I wanted to wait till the T-30 fired so then I could make this play here. Since our object is over here, I know that I'm pretty safe around this corner. So essentially I'm trying to build a different angle to shoot at these guys, right? by building a different angle, it makes it easier or harder for the enemies to point their good armor towards our friendlies, right? You see how the IS-32 is shooting at my ally here, and the my platoon mate in the Tiger 2. And now, because I'm firing from this side here, from behind them, I've created a crossfire, and that's allowing me to take their attention away from my teammates and hopefully allow us to win this game. So there you see that the armor of the Bisonte works really well, especially if you can stay hull down. And now the IS-3, see, now that he's looking at me, it gives my allies side shots into his tank. And by creating this crossfire here, we're able to effectively win this side decisively. And there, I knew that my allies were coming in, so I kind of wanted to just get some damage out instead of worrying too much about my DPM being so reduced. So now the EBR is in the middle. Get a really lucky clutch shot there. Really lucky that actually hits. And now I see this T95. Looks like he was moving towards this way. He has 750 alpha and I have 650 HP, so he can one-shot me pretty easily. Unless he rolls like super low. I see he hasn't fired. I want to wait till he fires to go around this corner. And luckily he dies. And we're just making our way through here. Probably poked around that corner a little bit too early, since I actually got lit there, and the Sturv camping in this zero line position was able to get a shot into us, so well played to him. But because we are able to reposition on the heavy side and win that side, we've effectively won this game. So now this is just cleanup. The cleanup stage is actually pretty, if you play it well, you can get a decent amount of damage and boost your score to get those ace tankers and more experience to level up your tanks and crews. So definitely try to take advantage of the end game. Try to be front lines. You see how I'm trying to be close to the front where I can get some damage, get some spotting assistance, get all that all the stuff to improve my result in the game. Unfortunately, shell does not hit the Sturv, and the Sturv was able to take out our ally there. And now this T-28 is shooting at the enemy T-28 prototype, who's crossing out in the middle. I don't know what he's thinking about here. Probably trying to push up as their yeah, I don't really know what he's thinking, if I'm honest. And then the Sturv, I don't know what this T-28 is thinking. Sturv and the Lorraine are obviously looking at you, and I don't think you have enough gun depression to poke over to shoot the Sturv. Maybe you could hit the Lorraine, but I don't think you need to go that far forward. It just exposes your lower plate, and unfortunately he gets wrecked. And I think the Bisonte really excels when you can slow down the pace of the engagement. See here, I'm able to wait until my shell actually loads. I'm able to get my second shell in the magazine into that Pershing while he crosses. So that's one thing that the Bisonte, if the enemies are coming in one by one, or you can slow the pace of engagement down so you can maximize your DPM, and then by the end finish off some players. That's where you can really do very well in the Bisonte. The Bisonte really needs to be able to play at a very slow pace. And so there we go. We finished the game in a victory on Paris. So let's take a look at the post-game stats. Alright guys, here in the post-game, this was an ace tanker, and we got a high caliber for doing 20% of the damage. This was nearly 5,000 damage, 2 kills, and 1,657 base experience. Wow, that's really impressive. I think a lot of that was because we were shooting at the tier 9s on their team, so the T30, the IS-32, and the M-Mil2. So because if you shoot at tanks that are higher tier than you, I believe there's a 10% bonus to experience for any damage you do to them. So that's one reason why you should try to focus higher tier tanks if you have the opportunity or the choice. A pretty balanced effort on our team. Let's see, 21 shots fired, 18 hits, and 15 penetrations. And we received 6 shells, and we bounced 4 of them. So the armor actually is able to work if you're able to stay hull down and use that effective, very sloped turret armor. And we got 793 spotting or assistance. I think that was from the arty at the end, and then maybe one of the TDs. And we were able to get 244,000 experience. Nice. And then we obviously auto respy some ammunition and made 219. And I did have some reserves going, so that's definitely important to note. But yeah, pretty great result here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Bisonte. I think that I got this from the Christmas boxes, but I believe they're gonna resell this sometime in the future, maybe this summer or maybe this fall. They almost always sell the exclusive tanks that they only sell in the Christmas boxes about like 6 months to a few months after, 9 months maybe. I'm still waiting to get the British Tier 8 G-Sor. I really want to get my hands on that tank. That 4-round autoloader just seems ridiculous. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Or I'm out.